Have you ever felt like your marketing budget was a little on the tight side? Kind of like after that Thanksgiving meal and your pants are feeling that way? Well, don't you worry because we've got some really great strategies to optimize your marketing budget and leverage this moving into an abundant next phase of your business. And we have Dr. Islam here today. He's going to tell us a little bit about himself, why this topic matters to him, and why it should matter to you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Shauna. My name is Islam Gouda. I'm the marketing maestro. I've been living in Dubai for the past 35 years. I worked in different kind of organization, international organization and local government organizations. I studied at the American University of Sharjah. I did my master's in the U.S. recently in Florida State University, and I have an honorary doctorate in the University of California in strategic marketing. Um, I'm called the marketing master because basically I believe that marketing is harmony. Marketing is creating harmony in between all the audience, the stakeholders internally and externally. Marketing is about creating a bond between you and the customers. It's about creating value. It's about creating an understanding. It's more than just techniques and tactics. To being creative, it's also about being authentic in providing this valuable information to your audience. So that's why I'm called the marketing master, and also because of my 100 minutes series of acing your marketing game, which we will be talking about further in the course of the episode itself.
I love that so much. And truthfully, who doesn't want a marketing dynamic within their business that isn't as beautiful and clean as a harmonious orchestra? I can feel it resonating, right? Like it's just that one of those concepts that everyone gets because we've had that feeling of being surrounded by the music or the sensation or the feeling of growth and abundance and harmony. Now that said, it can sometimes feel less than harmonious when we look at our budgeting strategy and our budgeting or sorry, not our marketing strategy and our marketing budget, and they're not working very well together.
Sure.
And a lot of people are tightening their drawstrings around
Mhm.
that even more so when they see that happening. But you've got a bit of a different point of view when it
Yes.
comes to budgeting for your marketing in a way that's really going to leverage your business, whether you're B2C or B2B.
Mhm. Actually, that's true because basically there's a new trend nowadays about life cycle marketing. And life cycle marketing is basically focusing on creating more value from the existing customer base, which means that companies are not investing more into the attention; they are investing more into the retention of the customers. In my opinion, and I think that's very crucial. Uh, uh, like across the years, it's not just for a specific year. It's a balance between retention and attention. So you need to understand that basically bringing in more customers is not as costly as before. It used to be maintaining your own customer base right now is much cheaper than bringing in new customers, but there's abundance of examples around the world that bringing in new customers is actually cheaper. The expensive part is maintaining those customers and nurturing them, but bringing in new customers, if you put in an ad about a specific product or service, you are going to bring in more customers than what you have. Specifically, if you are a digital company or if you are in the digital sphere. So basically, this is going to create an opportunity, abundance for opportunity for many companies around the world to bring in new customers than just focusing on their customer base. And I think that's true because basically nowadays there are many SMEs, small to medium enterprises, that are attracting new customer base. The numbers that around the world that basically there are new SMEs coming up in the world are doubling and quadrupling actually. There are many companies nowadays. They have new operations in different countries because of this tactic. Because they understand that it's actually an old-fashioned type of thinking that we focus only on our current base customer. That's not true anymore. We need
It's
to focus.
outdated.
It's outdated. It's
Outdated.
obsolete. It's outdated. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm curious because I feel like we just touched on like 5 different topics that are really pertinent to launching into this discussion. So I'm going to rewind the clocks a little bit and ask you about that contrast between how to bring in new customers and nurturing your existing audience, and why we're now asserting that getting new clients and customers, prospective customers into our world is actually a cheaper strategy potentially than nurturing your existing audience. Can we talk about that? Because that sounds like, because you're saying that it's an
Mhm,
outdated way, it sounds like
mhm.
outdated ways, pardon me, it sounds backwards based on what
Yeah.
we've all been taught. It just sounds
Uh-huh.
backwards because we're always told, look in your own backyard, right?
Mhm, mhm,
Mentality. You were saying that's outdated. Let's talk about why, and what does it look like to do
mhm.
both of those things, and why is it better to get the new clients? I know I just asked
Uh,
different
yeah,
topics.
sure. So the new ATL is the new BTL. So the above the line strategies nowadays are below the line strategies, and that's why many companies nowadays are investing in social media and digital marketing. Do you remember the times that people used to promote their products on TV shows, and there are actually specific TV programs that sells products?
Yep.
There's going to be a hype for that in the new upcoming years, QVCing your social media and digital media channels. People are going to use influencer marketing and influencers to sell products online through specific channels that are dedicated just for selling stuff, and
Right.
people are buying. And this happens now. There is an integration of this idea with most famous platforms like Instagram, like TikTok, like Snapchat. There is now integration, and people are buying products on social media. So the new ATL is the current BTL. People don't have to invest millions and millions of dollars on TV programming or TV advertisements anymore. They can have a small budget. They can laser focus on as a niche of market, a niche of customers, a niche of people, and they can focus on them, target them specifically with their demographics and psychographics. And actually, there's something called with AI. There's something called hyper personalization. Hyper personalization. That's a new technique where you laser focus your target market or ideal customer profile or ICP to specific type of people who share the same traits and same ideas and same habits and same psychographics. You laser focus on them and you sell to these specific type of people. This is actually amazing because technology nowadays integrated with marketing is not just about automating the marketing process. It's actually about laser focusing our efforts into a specific target, into a specific segment. And this is basically the new trend in marketing. Marketing nowadays is not about just being creative, but it's also being creative and being better than the competitors and the tools that are currently given to you by the market, so that you can elevate your game, you can elevate your products, you can create new products, you can target new segments of customers, and actually focus on retention and attention, both of them, so that you can create meaningful relationship with your customers, impactful campaigns, and a huge ROI, return on investment.
Absolutely. And what I'm hearing too is, because you mentioned this at the beginning, and I can't help but love it, is just that
Yeah.
authentic connection piece.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
hyper personalization, like how much more of a connection can you make than to understand the thought processes behind the people who you are here to serve, behind the people who you are here to help.
Hmm.
Um, and when it's done with integrity,
Hmm.
because this is a really big part of marketing, is making
True.
sure that you're not just uh, digging the knife into the wound. That sort
Hmm.
of marketing is
Hmm.
not what we do around these parts. It's more that connective piece. So really
Uh,
coming to them from a place where, hey, I get it, and I actually genuinely,
yeah.
authentically want to and have the capability to help you.
Hmm.
Those hyper personalized uh, ads, content creation, etc., derive from AI will allow you to connect in a very deep way. I also love how you combined the concept
mhm,
of SME, subject matter experts, for anybody who wasn't sure what that is, with influencers. And the reason I love that is because a lot of times we think of a subject matter expert as this, I don't know, this high ranking official of some kind who has the authority to say XYZ is
yeah.
amazing. And when we as a culture think about an influencer, we're always kind of mm, belittling that concept. I'm an
Mhm,
influencer, and they're just kind of
mhm,
dancing around, right?
mhm,
But the integration of those two concepts, I think, is really important as we move
mhm,
forward in the marketing game,
mhm,
because they are one and the same.
mhm.
That person, that influencer, is an expert in skincare. They've been
Yeah.
doing their makeup forever. So now, yeah, they're the subject matter expert in this. And so they're going to use their influencer ship,
Mhm,
right? They're going to leverage their audience that they've built up with their expertise in makeup, skincare,
mhm,
and they're going to sell makeup and skincare. Like, I don't know any brands because I'm not I don't know if you can notice, but I don't wear much makeup. So I'm not a makeup and skincare person, but like, there's that. Or oh, there's somebody who I follow. I really like them. They're like uh, fat fit fab. I don't remember. It's this
mhm,
wonderfully curvaceous woman who talks about body positivity and being
mhm,
healthy and fit and just embracing and loving yourself. Well, obviously, she would partner with an athletic company. Why would you
mhm,
not?
mhm,
She's an expert in this. She's an expert in all of that. Why would you not do that? Why wouldn't you leverage your expertise and your influencership? I'm now
mhm,
coining that term, um, in order to market effectively for yourself and for other businesses. It
That's
just makes
that's
sense.
very interesting. That's very interesting because you mentioned the word. I like that person, and I would like to follow that person because that person resembles in somehow, some way, looks like me, is a lookalike to me. So when we do a campaign in marketing, we see what the influencer looks like. If the influencer looks like the people that we are targeting, looks like them means that they speak to them, they he or she understands them, directly communicates to them, indirectly communicates to them, sells the same products that we are offering, and sells the same products that we are offering and they like.
Yep.
So influencership is not necessarily means that this person is an authoritative. That's an outdated kind of concept. Um, Influencership means that a person who is credible somehow because of their love or likeness to people, and they have some information that they provide on a daily basis or share on a daily basis. This information pertains to my life, and I think that it complements my life. It completes part of what's the gap that basically is between me and the information, because sometimes I'm taking my information from the people I most admire and I most like. So influencership is about liking in the first place. So it's not about being authoritative and being um, a figure where I'm seeing that I'm authority. I have the say here. No, it's actually
Oh,
yeah.
actually, you know what? You just reminded me. There's a commercial where I am, and I think it's a cell phone commercial that
Mhm,
essentially belittles the idea of having
mhm.
a doctor come on and
Yeah,
endorse the product, because
yeah.
you never know. And I think that's exactly what you're speaking to. And I wanted to ask you a little bit more about that, because you're talking about looking like and feeling
Mhm,
connected to this person,
mhm,
kind of having a pseudo relationship with them
mhm,
because of the
mhm,
similarities. And I seem to remember when we first started talking about this, we were
mhm,
talking about beliefs and core values,
mhm, mhm,
making sure that those are in alignment as well.
mhm.
So, and
True.
this is that hyper personalization. So it goes
Mhm,
beyond whether or not somebody likes to braid their hair
mhm,
and
mhm,
deep
mhm,
down into this idea that, hey, I believe that we should all lead with kindness, and so do
mhm,
they.
mhm. I'm gonna give you an example of a brand. It's called Re. This brand is actually an outdoor brand. When Black Friday was on, so it was time for Black Friday. They mentioned we are not going to do any sales. We are going to focus on taking some time off for our customers and for our internal stakeholders as well. It was a brilliant campaign, and they created a small video basically to explain how they are taking a time off and they would like you to celebrate the outdoors, and they would like you to be a happier customer rather than just buying from them. It
Yeah.
actually was a creative campaign. It resonated deeply with their customers because the customers felt that they not just in it for the money. It's that authentic part. You don't want to do business with customers that based on the mentality of I'm exchanging with you value based on money. It transcends with the Gen Z and the betas and all of that. Now it transcends the contractual agreement between the customers and the companies, that it's only merely about money. It's not about money. It's about bonding. It's about communication. It's about different skill sets that basically brings the company to being more than a service or product provider. It's more than that. It transcends that. It's the bond, the ethos that connects us together. It's our mentalities, the way that we think. Sustainability is a major trend nowadays, and
Absolutely.
yeah, and customers nowadays are looking towards sustainable products, especially
And intelligently, I've noticed, at least in my world, people are intelligently looking towards looking for sustainable projects. They're very, very intentional about vetting out any sort of greenwashing happening to
Mhm,
make
mhm,
sure
true.
that they're not just talking the talk, but they're walking the
Mhm,
walk. And
mhm,
that
true.
is a belief alignment that can easily garner conversion just by showing
Mhm.
up in an authentic way and connecting in a deep
Yeah.
um, from a deep perspective.
Shauna, people hate to be sold at, and I don't like to sell to customers. Basically, when we create marketing with purpose. So we create purposeful marketing, and purposeful marketing is the marketing that it helps the environment, it helps the society overall, and it helps the customers being better, having a better life, and having a better kind of process when it comes to buying the product or the service. So it's not for just for me to make money; it's for the customers as well to have a well-being, to be in a well-being status where they are happy about buying that product. When they are happy about buying, they don't feel that they have been conned or cheated on. They feel that it's part of them, it complements them, it creates them a better life that basically makes them live a life better. It's not just a product that, and that's I wrote an article many years ago. It's called "How to Be a Good Customer." And how to be a good customer means that for me, before when companies used to operate, it means that I'm usually coming to customer to the company.
Mhm.
But today, how to be a good customer, and that applies in my article years ago, it means how to be good from the buying, purchasing habits that sustains your life, not overly buy stuff and products that you don't like, simply because I'm telling you to buy. I'm using my authoritative figure to allow you to buy more stuff that you don't need.
Right.
Like Patagonia, for example, they are promoting for you to buy old stuff rather than to buy new stuff. And that's great. That's brilliant. They're
Yeah.
telling you why you are buying that new sweater or that new pants. Why don't you buy an old used one, recycled one?
Yeah.
We are providing you recycled products. We don't buy new. That's their slogan. Don't buy new. Buy stuff that basically sustains your life in a way that makes you live happier,
Right.
live better, a better life that basically we create on our mutual agreement between both me, the company, and the customer.
That's beautiful. I mean, I can't resonate more wholly with any messaging like that. Like that's it's so wonderful. Now that said, I do want to go full circle and I want to ask you to give our viewers a good idea of in action, what does it look like to invest in a great marketing strategy for themselves even if they have a tight budget. Now, before you answer that, I do want, and I'm going to give you the full
Mhm,
stage because I think that's the question that people are hoping for. What do I do? I've got this
mhm,
tight budget and
mhm,
I need to make the most out of it.
mhm,
What does that look like? So, before I give you the stage, I need to remind everybody that conversations just like this are happening every single week.
mhm,
Subscribe. Make sure that you get that little bell notification that tells you, hey, Shauna's coming out with another conversation with somebody just like Islam who's going to give me value, who's going to help me to take my business to the next level, whatever that level is. Whether it's the lifestyle of being able to spend all the time you want with your family, traveling around the world, or just sitting and drinking a nice tea on your front patio without worrying about this, that, or the other. Or maybe it's Lamborghinis and penthouses. I don't know. I don't judge. But know that we talk about it every week. So, with that, Islam, I'm giving you the stage. Please let people know what on earth are they supposed to do with that tight budget in
Mhm.
their marketing strategy to really make things happen.
Sure. So in order for me as a company to create the almost perfect kind of budget, I need to research, and do more research. Research the market, see my competitors, how they are spending, how they are benchmarking towards the market, how they are tackling the customers, the new customers, the retention, the attention, all of these aspects. So I need to understand how the world around me is operating. That's the first thing. The second most important thing is understand the customers. If you have a customer base, you need to understand their needs. What their needs? Do they need the new products? Do they need new services? Do they need you to enhance your current product offering? What kind of outlook do you have for the product itself? Do they have a negative views about it? Do we need to do a little bit of change? And the third most important aspect, and that's the actually the crucial part of research, is to understand yourself as a company. If you tighten that budget nowadays, are you going to devalue your brand by tightening that budget? Is it about just spend? Are you a sales focused centered company, or are you a market centered focused company? Or are you a human centered company? Edge to edge. Are you a human based company that basically caters to the customers, providing them more than just the value, providing them value and added value as well to to your current offering and unique selling proposition. So you need to understand all of these together, and then you can create a perfect budget. Almost perfect. There's nothing perfect. Almost perfect budget. The almost perfect budget is consistent of something that basically modeled towards the new realm of marketing. What's the new realm of marketing? There's content, there's public relations, there's events, there's communication, there's product development, there's R&D, there's marketing, there's digital marketing. There are many streams of marketing nowadays that you need to focus on, and you need to dedicate part of the budget towards these. When you dedicate part of the budget towards all the streams of marketing, and then you feel that you are over budgeted, you are going to create through marketing activities in conjunction with sales activities, things that are or activities that are going to bring you in more money, so that you can have the budget necessary for the year that's coming up, or any year that's coming up to you. Don't focus only on retention. Retention is basically something that is going to kill your brand. It's something that basically going to downsize your brand. When you think only about a scope of customers, about only the people that I'm dealing with, I'm going to cater to them. You need to create a balance between the retention and attention, and then you can create the almost perfect budget that's going to cater to your current customer base and your upcoming customer base as well.
Love. Love. I'm going to do an overview of what you just said in a moment, but I need you to talk about your 100 minutes to acing your marketing game, because
Sure,
if you don't, we are going to do everybody a disservice because this is
sure.
amazing.
So the 100 minutes to acing your marketing game, that's a project which I embarked on a little bit under a couple of years ago. Basically, um, I used to do a podcast with one of my friends. He's a university professor, and he told me that you have a radio kind of voice. So why don't you use that and basically create snippets of information to the customers or to the people that you are dealing with about marketing, basically. So I said, okay. So I started recording myself notes about marketing, and it resonated deeply with the customers or the people around the world. The 1 minute became 10, the 10 minute became 20, and the 20 became 50. So I started creating a series where basically I divided them into the arts and the science of doing marketing. So the first 50 minutes are the art of doing marketing, and the second 50 minutes are the science of doing marketing. Um, People from around the world resonated deeply with this. So I started actually dubbing it into other languages like Spanish. I'm going to dub it into Arabic, into Italian. I created a poll that I wanted to ask people to engage with me so that I can understand which languages that will deepen my relationship with them in order for them to get the most benefit out of this project. So they said Spanish, Italian, and Arabic are the most important, crucial languages. Basically, after the first 50 minutes, I got many reviews around the world that marketeers, whether they are venturing into marketing or they are veteran marketeers, it's actually very beneficial and actually providing them the knowledge that they need into venturing or into continuing their marketing endeavors. And there are just the the reviews are heartwarming and amazing, and I'm proud about this project, and I'm it's gonna stay there for free forever. So I like to for people to subscribe to my channel so that I can basically feel that it's these minutes are appreciated. So don't waste your time just listening only. Subscribe also to my YouTube channel through the QR code and the link that Shona is going to provide you with.
Absolutely. And I mean, who doesn't want 100 minutes to acing your marketing game? Because truthfully, 100 minutes is not there. It's not that long. It's a very, very short snippet of your day. You just
Mhm.
listen to that a little bit, hang out, apply the knowledge, and then all of a sudden, marketing seems a lot easier.
Yep.
Guys, it's a no-brainer. So absolutely, get on board. Let's make it happen. Now, just to review, just to make sure that you understand like the cycle that we just went on when it comes to figuring out your budget, there was a lot involved. That's why it's important to have these conversations with people like Islam, myself. It's it's a foundational building. You need to build a foundation. Let's just put it that way. You need a foundation, because if you keep trying to scale and grow without a solid foundation, you know what happens to those buildings, right? They don't last very long. So you need to have those foundational elements. For me, absolutely, that I mean, no matter what your business model is, go nuts. Like, it's important that you're authentic to yourself. But I love this business focused mentality that Islam shared with us. And then, of course, making sure that the streams of your marketing, which feel overwhelming, I know there was a long list, but making sure the streams of your marketing are in alignment with how you want to do business, and you're dispersing your attention wisely using data and analytics to make informed choices. This can be a learning game, absolutely, because you may need to do some trial and error, but you can also rely on information that's already out in the world by looking at your competitors, by looking at the different people that are in your space and listening to your audience, right? Being wise about your choices. And then, of course, diversify. That word stuck out to me. Just diversify. If you want to stick a sticky note somewhere in your office right now with the word diversify on it, it will help you immensely, because that's going to lead to a more abundant next phase in your business. Making sure that you're not only focusing on retention, which can very much close doors and create a bubble for your business, but rather talk to people, open those doors, open the windows too, for crying out loud, and say, hi, I'm here, let's go, right? It makes a difference. So if you have any other questions, because I know there was a lot, please don't hesitate to reach out. Islam and I, we're not going anywhere, and we're here to help. We are very people focused. We want you to succeed. So don't hesitate to leave a comment, subscribe, and go to www.shaunaleigh, that's SHAUNALEIGH, you can find it in the show notes.com, and reach out to me. Send me a message. There's a form there, and we'll get back to you right away so that you can set the foundation for success and get yourself leaning into a life of bliss. Honestly, it's just so fun. With that, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. We will chat very soon. See you next time.